What's up, e-hos? Today we have an SPX, also known as the S&P 500. We have a long here. I'm going to do a quick trade recap just to gather my thoughts on this girl. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're bearish in the weekly. Let me log out of this shit. We are bearish on the weekly. Look at this. Bearish on the weekly. Bearish on the daily. We are, however, bullish on the 4 hour. Bullish on the 1 hour. And bullish pretty much everything up to that. So, bullish on the 15-minute up until... So I took my trade here. Alright, so ignore this fat fucking candle because that doesn't matter. But we were bullish on the 5-minute, and so I was watching for a 5-minute break of structure, and I saw price push up after we swept these lows and these lows. I saw price break structure, and this was 9:15, so I wasn't even trading right now, or at this. So actually no, never mind, I would have been, because this is market open. Market open and just slammed the bottom. So market open and just made one massive I was gonna do a really nice illustration for you guys, but you know, price opened, dumped, and then obviously after it dumped, it just kind of pushed back up into this area, and so I watched it come back up here. It failed to break these highs, and so I was waiting for a retracement back into this order block area. So we obviously made an order block with this extension down here. So this was, I was going to consider this my order block. This is fucking dumb. Get that shit off my screen. Nice, I took my targets away, but it doesn't matter. I took everything away, actually. Put it right there. I'll set that back up later. So this was the trade. We took this, and we were stops down here. We were take profits up here. I believe this was a little bit better, like somewhere in here. But it was on a funded account, so I don't know if you know it. I don't need to explain that. Actually, this is pretty much just for me. It was on a funded account, so obviously you can see the total profit there is about $322. Wearing a hat because my hair is fucked. But we took this trade based on this 5-minute doji showing that price was a little bit more controlled by the buyer side, at least at this moment in time. And because we were bullish on all of the short time frames, I knew that we had to probably act relatively quickly because some bullshit like what just happened could happen. And I probably should have taken this trade all the way down, to be honest with you, but I didn't want to trade against my bias, and it's looking like today might be a downward day after all, and I'll explain kind of why I thought that's a little curious. But anyway, we waited until I watched this candle. So this candle pushed up. I saw this candle come down on the 5-minute, and this was when the new 5-minute candle closed, and then this was the new 5-minute candle open, right? So I watched this 5-minute candle push up. I saw a really strong bullish push up into here. I took the trade, so it was probably actually right in here, and then I put, this is a bit extreme, stops in there. So stops were down here. That was my entry, and obviously price pushed up, hit take profit 1. I went in with 20 contracts. I liquidated 16 contracts. 15. I liquidated 15 contracts at TP1, and then obviously price kind of rejected TP1, came back down, and because it's a funded account, you have a trailing stop, so it trails as you make profits, right? So you can't really make a bunch of profits. It's on unrealized profit, right? So you can't make a bunch of profit and then all of a sudden lose a bunch of money off of your unrealized profit and then end up, negative, or the trailing stop will act off of what you could have made, not what you did make. So in that regard, you kind of have to scalp with a funded account. So I watched it push up, and essentially I killed probably some of the trade here, and then I think as it kind of came down, I liquidated a bit more of the trade at the bottom. I mean, this could show you, but I'm not sure if it's worth going into it. Um, but yeah, kind of choppy price action. Obviously, as you can see, after we swept these highs and these highs, um, broke structure to the downside, and weirdly enough, didn't get any kind of retracement. So I suppose this isn't even a trade I would have taken. Um, this is a very odd dump, but I mean it is kind of a decent setup if you're, not looking for extra confluence. However, what we did today was just fine for me. Obviously, 323. Oh, well, yeah, 323. So that's not bad. Let's explain what the fuck was I gonna go over on this. Well, I don't like this at all. This is just Chop City. What the hell was I gonna say? Something else I was gonna talk about, but I don't know if I can even remember it. I don't know. Kind of just a weird day. I could definitely notice that there was chop in the market, so I kind of just took advantage of what I saw. And clearly now we're going to be pushing down to some more lows here at the bottom if we don't get chopped up right here in this little area of consolidation in there. So we'll see what price does. This is very much a day where you kind of just sit back and you watch price and you see if it gives you something. Luckily for me, this met enough. This meant enough confluence for me, especially watching this liquidity sweep down here and then shit. Oh. Damn. Dump. We're dumping right now. Holy shit. Yeah, this would have been the trade to take, but like I said, there's not really anything. Fuck, give me a second. Man, my hair's all fucked. I got a blanket. I'm trying to fucking be all sneezy and coffee and nasty and shit. But yeah, no, this would have been the trade to take. However, I wouldn't have taken it because obviously we kind of created an order block when we swept these highs right here. So that would have been the liquidity sweep. And I mean, the only time you even get a push slightly into that order block would be this candle right here, these are minute long candles. If you go to 5 minute, yeah, what is this shit? This is nasty. This is just a dump. But I mean, that would have been a good trade, I suppose. But yeah, no. I suppose we'll see what tomorrow brings. I think I'm probably done trading, especially after this move right here, because that pretty much invalidates anything else that I would be taking the rest of the day. I'm assuming, yeah, now we're all just blood fucking red, so. Why are you being dumb? Stop being dumb. But, yeah. I think that's probably pretty much it. That's another thing is we're just really short-term bulls on the ES, and everything else was just dumping. So the S&P was pretty much the only thing that gave me a little bit of bullish bias, but I mean otherwise it was kind of bullish. Oh, I was gonna talk about the daily, wasn't I? Yeah. Daily bearish, but what's really interesting was this 1 hour situation here. So before this break of structure, we were just chopping on the 1 hour. Basically between this price range right here. We were chopping within 54 points, just up and down, up and down, up and down. And in theory, based on this trend, you would have thought it would have broken upwards and kind of went after these highs. But obviously, it just broke downwards, and now we're probably going to be targeting these lows. So that's just something that was interesting to me. And I don't know, it made some sense. But otherwise, that was the trade we took today. Nice little win, small, but to fund an account. So who gives a fuck?